Hey kids, is everyone there? Let's see, who do we got? Who we got in the chat? We got me. We got Jenny. We got Becky. We got Jenny again. We got Haley. This is my daughter right here. Isn't she the cutest little thing? All right, we're going to let a few more people get in here. I don't see we literally have two people watching? Oh, you guys are killing me. Hello. Whatever. That's okay. I know my daughter and my son are watching. I don't see you on here, buddy, and whenever I see it, I will put it up. Sometimes the chat over here is a little slow. Not yet. Oh, there we go. The Quack Boss. Quack Boss. That's my son right there. All right. I guess
need to get a better screen name.
Oh, you're Alexa.
Yep, right. In most groups, you say my name, and then everybody's echo goes off, and it starts talking back to them. So, Amazon stole my name.
Jenny is here, and I guess that's all we need. My daughter and my son is here, and Becky and Jenny are here. All right, I guess we're going to start this off. How are you doing tonight, people? We are here and we are live from sunny Florida, where it is always garage sale weather and there are always deals to be had. I am your host, Tony Boss, or the Profit Boss on YouTube. I run a group called the Complete Reseller, or TCR for short, on Facebook. And I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We are super excited to have our special guest tonight, Alexa Adams. She's going to talk a little bit about Poshmark. She is from Fargo, North Dakota, and it is cold.
Not
cold in Fort. It is cold there. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, as far as reselling, I started on Poshmark. I didn't even know what Poshmark was until a year ago in October. And it started out just trying to sell some of the clothes out of my closet because I have no kids and I spent all my money on clothes instead. So I had a lot of stuff to resell and I didn't want to take it to Plato's Closet and get, $1 for something that's worth $100. So my sister told me about Poshmark and I started by just throwing up a few random items from my closet, and probably within a month I was hooked, and I ended up dropping out of college, my third time going back for a new career, and by January went full time. And yeah, I've been reselling ever since, and I absolutely love it. It's the first job that I've had where I'm my own boss and work from home, and it's been just the best year and a half of my life. So
I could totally relate to that
story. Prior to that, in a past life, I was in hospitality management, worked at a hotel for 13 years. 8 of those, I was the accountant and, well, pretty much worked in every department. And then I was going back to school to be an architect, and now I'm a reseller. So basically can't make up my mind.
That's okay. Being your boss is the best thing. And I can attest for that because that's my last name. All right. So let us talk a little bit of group business, or kind of what we did today in the group. Jenny's always doing her sharing threads, and those are always awesome. But today we did the share your mannequin post. These are cool because it gives gives funny stories about your mannequins. The topic says show your mannequin. When you walk into the room, do you say, "Hey girl"? Does your mannequin have a name? Have you ever mistaken your mannequin for a stranger in the middle of the night? Let's see a pic of your mannequin and any other fun facts. So we can scroll down here and we see this one. This is Sharon Molds. This is her male and female mannequin. A little setup there. Looks like a shower rack back there. Uh, what do we got here?
I missed out on this one. I've got a good one for this.
Yeah. Oh, check this one out. Um, this is Tipsy Terry. This poor girl. This poor girl was always tipsy, and after several bad falls, she's now completely broken on the inside. And I have a new girl now, but I haven't named her yet. That was Tiffany Dolmage Coral. That's always a good one. Let's see, Kristen Carlson. This is Karen. Oh, she bought her for €8 at the thrift store earlier this week, and she had to scold a lady for trying to steal her from my checkout pile. Uh, that happens a lot at the in the thrifts, and so we have a lot of people in our group that are actually from overseas. I think she might be from Belgium, if I'm not if I'm correct. Here we go. Here's another one. Hardworking members of our family, Karen and Chad, and Epiphany. I'm wondering which one of these is Epiphany. I guess her kids named these. That's from Amber Kimball. Oh, here's one. This one, she's fashionable. This is Pamela Cleveland. Here's mine. I've had her for 15 years and never got around to naming her, and she needs to fix that. I will say you do, man. That's a pretty mannequin. Um, let's see this one. This is my mannequin. I haven't named her, but my cat Fang is obsessed with her. He loves to meow at her and rub on her legs. He gets very upset when her head is not on her arms, or when her head is not on, or her arms are off. Darn cats. Oh, hello. Julie Stewart. Man, you win the hottest mannequin award. This is Manny. She's Russian. Ignore that her boobs are falling out. That will be difficult. My daughter is obsessed with looking at her vajayjay. Okay. Oh, right then. Woo! It's getting crazy in here already. We've gone south. This is Samantha from Melissa Budnick. Wow. I mean, she looks like a human with a wig on, of course. But those are the. Oh my God. This is Becky Lockley Harrison. Apparently, she likes to mess with people. So apparently, she stuck this in the window. That's creepy, man.
Oh, I had such a good one for this. I totally missed it.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, and
I did find the screenshot though.
another one we did today was for dog and cat lovers. Now, there are some crazy cat ladies out there and guys. I mean, and I didn't do that for political correctness. People love their dogs and people love their cats. It's just a thing. So I love this post because you get a chance to show off your dogs, and to show off what you sell that are dog and cat related. Here is. Oh, look at your body. Look at your little body. Kristen Ganane, I'm guessing. Gagnane? Look at that German Shepherd. Do you have any pets, Alexa?
Yes, I was actually just trying to find the pictures. I can't believe I missed that one, but I am the crazy dog lady, and
Look
I
at this
have 4
dog.
dogs. And if the city ordinance allowed me to have more, I would. So yeah, no, it's pretty bad. They have a whole wardrobe. Yeah, I pamper them like no other, but yeah, my dogs are my life, and I'm a little eccentric. So yeah,
so
I'm a
so
crazy dog lady version of the cat people. No,
so So living in Fargo gives you an excuse to give them like little outfits because
Oh,
it's
I have
cold all the
my
time.
bull terrier has a full matching sweater, scarf, hat, and leg warmer set.
Yeah.
Um, we had matching like ugly Christmas sweaters. Yes, him and I did, and yeah, I'm gonna stop right there.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, that just proves my point that I mean, there's a huge market out there for this stuff. I mean, I know that even like I sold a cat coffee mug the other day, you know, cat t-shirts, stuff like that. I mean,
And
people love.
any accessories, like as somebody that shops for dog clothes and stuff like that, it there is not a huge like selection of those things, and that's one thing
Right.
I considered looking into for boutique items is no joke. I mean, like
Check
dog,
this one out.
I mean, it sells.
Check this one out. This is Winnie.
Oh,
You got her little smiley face in there. It looks like it was photoshopped. That's awesome. So cute. All right. Enough playing around, I guess. Um Another thing, let's click out of here. I'm geeking out a little bit. You know, having a little bit of fun. That's okay, right? Is that
right
okay?
up my alley.
So we just hit 4,900 members in this group. Excuse me, I have paint all over my hands. Um, and I need a little help from you guys getting to 5,000 members. That would be a huge milestone in this group. I mean, we probably don't need any help, but I'm just saying, like, tell your brother, tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy. We'll make it to 5,000 before you know it. It was literally last Friday, so it's been 6 days, and we got another 100 members. We had 4,800 last Friday, like 5 minutes before the show, and I think we're at like 14 4,930 right now. So not too much further to go. Um
That's impressive. When I joined just a few months ago, I think it had just hit the 2,000 mark, if that, and it hasn't been
uh
6 months. So that's been
it's been
nice, Mr. Boss.
gracias. Um while so I my kids like to watch, they're both watching right now. So I wanted to give them a shout out. You kids want to come in here? No? Hello? Babies? Wow. Okay, never mind. So wait, hey, Jamie Pace is here. Holy cow. This is the Quack Boss. This is my son. And this is Raspberry Fashion Girl. If y'all have little babies or little girls, little boys that are into like kooky little videos that kids make, go over and hit that like button and subscribe to my little babies. Here she is, Raspberry Fashion Girl. Hey, baby. Say hi to all the people.
Hi.
Say, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that like button. Hit that notification so you never miss a video. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button.
And the Quack Boss.
Hit the notification bell on.
All right, cool. All right. A little shameless promotion for my babies. Can you blame me? Look at how cute they are. Okay. Next. So, all right, we're going to do a little Q&A with Alexa here. Now that we have her on the show, we're going to talk a little bit about Poshmark. And in full disclosure, I do not sell on Poshmark. My wife does. She's the Poshmark lady, and I've been told that there can only be one Posh seller in the same house. So I'm sticking with eBay and Mercari.
That's actually not true, but if that works and you know keeps you off of Posh, run with it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They actually do let people even have multiple closets for just one person.
Oh,
You just have to get approval, but
okay. Oh, maybe that's what it is. All right. So, I think I did ask you what got you into reselling already, didn't I?
kind of. I mean, it was an accidental thing. I was in school, had to take half a semester off due to other circumstances, and so I was trying to fill like a 6-week time period where I wasn't going to go back to work. I'm like, what do I do to keep some money coming in? And then after that 6 weeks, I didn't go back to school.
Okay.
Because I loved it so much. So yeah.
So let me go a little deeper into that. Why did you choose Poshmark over your other options?
It honestly, I did not know anything about reselling. Once I got into it, I realized how little I actually knew. I did not know until about a year ago that Amazon was primarily all third-party sellers, not just Amazon, the corporation. That's how clueless I was. So it was my sister recommended Poshmark because she had used it. She's a better millennial than I am, so
It is a thing.
keep me like in the loop of what's cool because I'm about 5 years behind. So that was the one that she recommended for me and said, she's sold on it, check it out. And so I just kind of went with it, and yeah, I loved it from the start. But since I wasn't working outside the house and had the time to be on the app a lot, I jumped into the social part of it and all of the stuff that can get time consuming for part-time sellers. I had the time to do those things continuously all day, and
Okay.
so, yeah, it was almost kind of a little bit of an addiction at first. I got a little hooked on it. It was my social life, and then I realized that I should probably find friends that weren't online.
That's important. You need a nice balance there.
Yeah.
So we have some questions from the group. The first question we have is from Jenny, my kick butt admin here at TCR. She wants to know what your opinion on daily sharing, once a day, twice a day is, and also your strategy of community sharing. She's big into the sharing, so she wants to know.
Perfect, because I have tested many different, I don't know, techniques and things, and that's where the nerd part of me comes in. But so from my experience and trial and error and the stuff that I've learned from my mentors, sharing is super, super important. That is one of probably the top 3 things that are absolutely necessary to get sales. I know the most common complaint is that it's time consuming and that it's, so much time on the app doing it. But I look at it this way: on eBay, you have to pay to promote your listings. Poshmark, it's free. Yes, you're clicking buttons, but you are not paying to keep promoting your items as much as you want. And so it's extremely important to keep your closet active and triggering the parts of the algorithm that'll put your listings to the top and generate sales. Also, every time you share an item, it puts it right to the top of that brand, that category, the size, any of those parameters that if somebody is searching, it's going to show up at the very top. So, I mean, honestly, you could share the same item like every 30 minutes so that anytime somebody was searching for a pair of J brand jeans, yours would always show up right at the top. Right. So sharing is very important. Ideally, what I try to do is my entire closet for sure once a day. I share to the parties just because that's when you're going to see the most buyers on the app, and there's the most traffic. And I mean, ideally, I'd like to share it 3 times a day. That doesn't happen, and especially once you get up to 300, 400, 500 listings, that's a lot of sharing. So at that point, then share at least like 100 items a day, minimum, or break it up into 50 items here, a couple hours later, 50 more. But I share consistently, and it makes a huge difference. So,
Okay. Becky wants to know if you sell on any other platforms.
I do. Those are more recent. I was strictly just on Posh until, this past July, I started my eBay account. Mercari, I had an account maybe a couple months prior to that. I didn't use it very often. I have added, TradeZ, Grail, Depop, Relove, the newer one, or kind of new. But mostly I just sell Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, but Poshmark is still the one that has the majority of my listings, and then I will just cross post as I can. But 3 is pretty much the most I could handle. More than that, it gets pretty crazy.
So you share your whole closet once a day?
Ideally. Lately I have not been, I've been slacking a little bit, but yes, once I am at that minimum once a day, that's when my sales start to boost.
So Vicky Springer is asked a few questions. Do you have a pay service or someone to share your stuff for you, or do you do that yourself?
I do all of it myself. That's a very common question. And yes, there's people that use the virtual assistants.
Isn't that not cool?
Isn't that I personally illegal? Don't think it's a good idea. It's spending money that, it's really not that time consuming to share your closet. It's something that I will do if I'm sitting and watching TV and just mindlessly, click it, share, click share.
It's part of your life.
Yeah. And it's really not, it's maybe 15, 30 minutes to share a whole closet. So that part of it, I don't want to pay somebody to do something I know I can do on my own, and somebody else access to your account and relying on them to
you are a thrifter
properly. I'm not comfortable with it. My mentors are also, they don't advocate for that. So I don't use an assistant for any of that. But some of that maybe is just a power, needing to control my closet, but
nothing wrong with that. Does sharing bring more sales, or does sending offers bring more sales?
It's both.
Both.
That's another one of the kind of key things to trigger all of the parts of the algorithm. But basically with Poshmark, there's 5 basic actions that need to be done consistently. And once you are doing all of those pieces consistently, you are going to see your sales skyrocket. And I just recently went through a group with one of my mentors that it was a 30-day challenge of consistency. And at the end of that 30 days, within 4 to 6 weeks, my sales just skyrocketed when I was doing these things every single day. And that is one of them. So
very important.
The sharing, oh my gosh, I just totally went blank.
Sharing is important.
Okay, what was the next one? I'm sorry.
Okay, Brandon Woodruff has a question.
What was the next thing that Vicky said? She was asking about.
Oh, I don't see this. What is Becky asking? Oh wait, Alexander is asking, aside for clothing, what else can one sell on Poshmark? Good question.
Yes. So just within the last few months, they did open up the market, the home market. So it's a lot more restrictive than Mercari. Electronics aren't allowed. Things like coffee mugs, throw pillows. I actually don't have anything in the home market, so I'm not the best for that.
Okay.
Home decor, picture frames, vases, things like that. A little bit of the Etsy type items, some handmade stuff. But the problem is with Poshmark's shipping restrictions, you have to keep it under that 5-pound mark. And so it's hard,
Right.
some of
Okay,
those
that's a
things
thing.
like bases or flatware or barware that are going to be under 5 pounds is not as common.
That
But
makes
there are
sense.
people that do have very, very good success with that.
Right. This is a brand new market pretty much opening up, and whoever's got their stuff on there kind of owns the market. If it's the only item, it's the only item, and you can set the price. And I love to be in that position. So, all right, next question is, what is a closet clear out?
Closet clear out is there's like three kind of main events that Poshmark will rotate through, and closet clear out is the one where for a 24-hour period, and they don't announce it ahead of time, so you kind of have to check the app or check your email. But if you any item that you drop the price to 10% lower than the historically lowest price, Poshmark will discount the shipping to where the seller doesn't have to eat that cost, and we'll send that out to all of the likers of that item, and so they get the discounted shipping for, I think, 6 hours is how long that stays open.
Gotcha.
So that is what closet clear out is, and
All
that's
right.
something that it's kind of a debatable thing whether to participate in it or not. I will once in a while, but it seems like the whole app gets flooded with so many people doing closet clear outs that I haven't seen a lot of results from it, honestly. But I will
Gotcha.
participate just to show that I'm active in all of their promotions.
Okay. And that leads me to the next question. How have you ever won one of the Poshmark contests that they hold?
I have not. And for anybody that doesn't know what the contests are, with the thing like Closet Clear Out, and then the other two promotions that they have are offer to likers are called Make a Deal Days. And then Love It or List It Challenge, which is just any item that you list, you get put into a pool for a drawing. And people every hour, they have like 5 people that'll win cash prizes or Poshmark credit. So I have not won one of them, and a lot of people question if it's even real, but I do have a couple Posh friends that I know that they have actually won, so that did show that it was legit. Real people can win them. I haven't yet, and I've been trying really hard.
Well, maybe those green headphones will bring you some good luck.
Hopefully.
All right. So, next question: what is your favorite item to sell on Posh? Tops, bottoms, jackets, shoes. What?
Well, I mean, anything that sells quickly is going to be one of my favorites. But as far as the whole process of prepping, listing, photographing, jeans has been kind of my favorite one to do because it is the easiest, the least prep, and they do sell fairly well.
Right.
I also do like selling tops, again, because it's a little bit easier. And then any of the athletic wear, Lululemon, stuff like that. And then anything that is Nike or Adidas or, I mean, if it has the Nike logo on it, I'm going to list it because it'll sell instantly.
Yeah.
Oh. I hate selling dresses because those are the worst to photograph and they seem to sit for a long time. And ties, which I hate because I love ties. I have a collection that is a little, I have probably 300 ties in inventory. Okay. Yeah, they don't sell well, but I love taking pictures of them.
So you live in South Dakota and North Dakota. Where's your chosen place to source for these items?
That's a good one because the area that I am in, Fargo, North Dakota, is not a fashion mecca. Let's put it this way.
Sorry.
Any designer brands, like you are not going to be able to buy a Chanel, Prada, any of those luxury brands around here. I mean, even some of the just normal ones. I don't think there's anywhere that I can buy J brand or Page denim. We have to drive 200 miles to Minneapolis to where the nearest Nordstrom is, which I do often. So sourcing here is hit or miss. It's good for menswear, denim, and just some of the basics. But I do my sourcing mostly online now, through liquidation, through other resellers, mystery boxes, ones that I have worked with before, so I know I'm getting good product. Majority of it is still coming out of my own closet, because I, have a little bit of a shopping addiction, and then transitioning from wearing a suit to work every day to casual clothes. I mean, I had that whole wardrobe to sell, so I'm still selling off some of my own items. And then I did have an ex-boyfriend that left all of his clothes here, and so I figured after a few months they were mine. So I mean, I got some that way. Friends and family donations, they'll give me boxes of stuff that was going to go to Goodwill and
anywhere and everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, but I do hit up the thrift stores, and I'll go to even I'll do some retail arbitrage. I know that's a debatable. Some people are really against it. I've had some good success with it, but you have to be you have to hit things at the right time and the right sales.
You got to be good to do RA and clothing.
Nordstrom Rack is kind of my go-to.
Gotcha.
But
okay,
secret that I let out of the bag.
So well, I didn't hear nothing. So that kind of the beginning of your answer there leads me into my next question, which is brands that sell, or is the brand name on Poshmark a myth?
Yes and no. Brand names that sell, and it's going to be different for everyone, because there are some of I know some people that have these brands that they're like, oh, it sells every time, all the time. I always buy this. I have that same brand in my closet. Doesn't move.
Gotcha.
But the brands, yes, to some extent are important. The best way to know which brands to sell are to look at the parties that are going on every day, especially the first party of the day that is the brand specific party. That is kind of Poshmark telling you which brands are hot right now. So those are going to be the ones to look for, but not just because of the label alone is not going to sell it. So you do have to source that brand, but also what is in style right now. So it's a combination of both. But then on the flip side, I have a lot of items that sell that are not one of those, trendy brand names. But if the item is in style, if it's unique, if it's also kind of how you sell it. The cover shot is a huge part of Poshmark. It's the white background, like eBay, doesn't work on Poshmark. You can sell anything if it's in good condition and you present it well. So it's not all about the brand name, but it does help.
Photography helps. Okay. Next question. Also, Vicky Springer asked something along these lines, and that's why I didn't read her question specifically, but this has to do with it. Is opening a boutique worth it, or is that not a good idea? And explain what that is.
So on Poshmark, you have the option to basically apply to get boutique status. Poshmark has a wholesale portal to where you can buy boutique brands that normally you would need a reseller's certificate, or like to form an LLC, get a reseller's permit from the state to buy direct from manufacturers. And I know, like California, I think it costs $800 just to get that license alone. So Poshmark has their wholesale portal where you can kind of buy it. It's not at the cheapest wholesale price. It's marked up from the wholesaler selling it to you, but then you can sell those in your boutique, and it is going to be the pretty standard boutique brands that you'd find at even a brick and mortar boutique. It can be worth it, but it is very tough. I don't recommend buying directly through Poshmark. If you're going to do it, go and get the reseller certificate through your state, so that you can go and buy it from the exact same distributors that the Poshmark wholesale sellers are getting it from. I got that, I think probably, what was it, last April. So I can buy everything at wholesale from any of the distributors, and that's the only way that I would do it. Otherwise, the markup is just too high.
Right.
Because Poshmark takes a commission from that sale, and then when you turn around and sell it, they're going to take a commission off of your sale, and it just gets to be
not much left on the bone.
Yeah, the profit margin is very low.
Okay.
But I have a few items that they're unique enough that those have actually been one of my best sellers, and it's my graphic t-shirts. But it's something that not anybody else has. And so that, if it's something that you've got the market on that, then yes, go for it with the boutique status.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell us about the Poshmark algorithm and what will boost sales or bring in steady sales.
Okay, so the algorithm, basically the main actions that you want to be doing consistently, is the biggest one is listing. Listing something every day. I try and list a minimum of 5 new items a day. I mean, there's some days that I can't, but if you can even just get 1 item up, that's enough to just, keep it consistent. So listing new items, sharing consistently, sharing other people's items, and then along with the sharing, a great way to get some traction is sharing the host picks from the parties. So when the party's going on, go into the host pick showroom and start sharing those items. And if you want to go and the extra step, leave a comment on there congratulating them on their host pick. Once I started doing that, I noticed a huge increase in volume. So see those, and I'm drawing a blank on the other one. And consistently sending out offers, participating in the little events, closet clear out, love it or list it challenge. Those are big ones too. What else am I? Oh, and then following other closets. That's a huge one. Following the people that follow you, and then seeking out other closets to follow. Because gaining followers and just having that community interaction is a piece of Poshmark that you can't avoid it. So you have to be social as well as promoting your own closet.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of time.
It isn't. You can streamline it kind of into a way that you don't have to go crazy with it. I mean, share 10 host picks, leave a couple comments congratulating them, go and there's a lot of little super posher games or follow games that I've joined that make it pretty easy where, here's a featured closet of the day, share 5 of their items, and then go follow all of their recent followers. That's like a 15-minute thing.
Yep.
So you don't have to go crazy with it, but just doing a few of those actions will really boost sales. Question.
You see that?
It's host pick. So if you join the party that's going on live, it automatically brings you just to the main feed. And then across the top, there are a few different tabs one's for host picks, one is for like first time shared to a party. But if you click on the host pick one, it asks if you want to enter that host pick showroom. And so that will be strictly just the items that the party hosts have selected.
Gotcha. All right. We got one more question.
Okay.
Do you have any mentors or people who have helped you to get to where you are at today?
Absolutely. I would not be here at all without Sydney, the posh boss, who is a member of the group as well.
What's up, Sydney?
I learned pretty much most of what I know from her. She was one of the first YouTubers that I found and started watching her channels, and then she has courses available, and I mean, she is just a wealth of information. She's been fabulous, and she is just the biggest sweetheart. So she's great to work with. Love her, and she helped me so much. And then Casey, the rock star flipper.
What's up, Casey?
He was one of the other mentors, and that was more for when I was branching out into other platforms. He's an eBay, Amazon guy. But those have been the main two that have really taught me everything that I know.
Do you know Bolo Buddies? You know Courtney?
I don't.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to hook you up with her.
Definitely.
She does a really cool show where it's like all bolos, like all stuff you gotta be looking out for.
Awesome.
What's up, Courtney?
Check that out.
All right, that wraps up the Q&A section tonight. Next up, we got our bread and butter items. Now, bread and butter items are items that sell consistently. They're not necessarily the most expensive items, but like you were saying, when you find Lululemon, you find Adidas, you find Nike, it sells every time. Quick like. So I got 5, and Alexa has 5 bread and butter items, and we're just going to go through them as they come. I will speak on mine, and she will speak on hers. And the first one we have, this is Alexa's item. Adidas Women's Swift Run Athletic Shoes. Talk about this one.
This falls under that category of anything Adidas or Nike, especially the shoes. Usually they sell within 24 hours, usually most of the time at full asking price. I don't even have to send out offers.
Are these new?
Those ones, yes, they were new, I believe. Those
Are
were
these
new.
RA?
Sorry, what?
Are these RA? Retail arbitrage?
No, that was actually my own personal purchase that I never wore, or I went through my insane shoe collection and was downsizing.
Wow.
I didn't need 20 pairs of tennis shoes.
I can't give away Nikes on eBay, so maybe I should give them to my wife.
Oh yeah, put those on Posh and they will sell.
Yep, bread and butter. All right, next we have. Oh look, it's a Lazy Cat Not Today graphic tee. Tell us about this one.
So this is the boutique item that I was talking about. So I was able to find some. I didn't know how this was going to go over when I ordered them. Even my friends and family were like, that's like not that funny. But to me, it was hysterical because I am family. So I found these graphic t-shirts that were, I was like, I'm just going to take a chance with them. And this has been the boutique item that it was my biggest seller for months. And it's still, they're selling. I probably had them for about 9 months now. It might be almost a year. So something like this, if you're going to have a boutique, this is the type of thing that you want to have, because I don't know of any other sellers that have these. Maybe a couple other ones, but I kind of have the market on that. And I mean, I have another one that is, it's a banana, like taking off its peel and then kind of a censored mark. So, I mean, just, quirky, funny little t-shirts, but yeah, those have been a huge hot seller.
I often feel like this in the morning. Not today.
I also have one with a panda that says maybe later, and that's my phrase.
Gotcha. All right, next who's that? That's us. And next we have Express Skinny Jean Distressed EUC size 10R. Tell us about this one.
Jeans in general are they sell consistently. They sell year round. And surprisingly, Express is not one of those brands that you see as the hot brands to sell.
Right.
These are what sell for me consistently. In my past
ones.
years, Express, I pretty much owned that entire store because that's the only place I shopped. But these sell, I mean, for $25, they sell very fast. But jeans in general, that's a huge one. And BKE, Rock Revival, J Brand, Page, pretty much any of those. But the biggest part of it is the style. Dark wash, skinnies, high waisted. If it hits those marks, it's going to sell, even if it's a brand like Express that isn't known for jeans.
Gotcha. And tell me if I'm wrong. Now $25 does not include the shipping, and the shipping is like a flat rate, right?
Yes, it's a flat rate paid by the buyer, though.
Okay.
So that's the nice part about Posh. That's what made jumping into eBay so difficult for me. Because I didn't have to worry about they paid for the shipping. I knew exactly what I was going to make, and so yeah, they pay shipping on top of it. I think it's $6.89 is what it is right now. A lot of times I'll send out offers so that I'll give them discounted shipping for $4.99.
And that's under 5 pounds, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty damn good. 5 pounds, so you can combine.
Yeah, people can bundle items and have multiple items from your closet, put it in a bundle, and it's the same shipping price as long as all of those things are under 5 pounds.
So they're encouraging multiple purchases, but I mean, how does that happen for you often, or is it more single purchases?
A majority are single purchases, but I have had quite a few. I used to have a lot more bundles than I have lately, but I think some of that depends on what you have in your closet, because if I don't have the shirts that are the same size as the jeans that I'm selling.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Outfit, it doesn't happen as often, but I've had some bundles actually of anywhere from 8 to 10 items from one person. Yeah, those were some great sales. Those were good days.
Yeah, happy dance. All right, next up. Oh, you didn't send me this one, but you did send. You asked me about this one. This one's the Michael Jackson Bad Tour, 1988. Yeah. Look at that bad boy. You asked me how much you would put this up for. Did you get this up yet?
I didn't. I'm still struggling with if I sell it or not. The hoarder nostalgia in me feels like because my parents were at that concert. Well, I was too, but I was old or something, so I don't remember it. But I mean, they've had this since they bought it in Philadelphia. So
look at that. That's history.
Yeah, I have a hard time selling it, but I think that
300.
If I think I'm probably going to price it around 300 and see what happens.
That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, I'd have a hard time getting rid of that too. When I find stuff like this, it's just like, oh my God, it's like the Holy Grail. I have a hard time wanting to let it go myself, because it's like, am I ever going to find something this cool ever again? But it always happens, but still, yeah, I have a tough time with this one. Is it
going to be worth way more in 10 years from now? Do I hold on to it and sell it for $1,000? You never know, but
yeah, it's merely speculation on whether that will be a thing or not. Honestly, I would get rid of this now because, they don't play Michael Jackson on the radio like they used to.
No, I think I kind of missed the peak time to sell that, but I didn't actually have it at that point. It was
right.
So
Definitely. All right, here we have Lululemon, Swiftly Tech long sleeve crew size 8, 40 buckaroos. Boom.
And that one wasn't even new with tags. That was a used one.
Yep, pre-owned.
Lululemon, that sold in just a few hours. And anything Lululemon, I when I put it up there, it's going to sell that day. And so I actually have quite a few pieces, and I spread it out with listing them, so that I know I'm going to have consistent sales every week. I don't like to put all of them up at once, but Lululemon is still one of just the best sellers. If you find it, always pick it up.
Yeah.
Men's Lululemon, a lot of times people don't realize that there is the whole men's line, and that sells very, very well. But these long sleeve shirts, that's kind of their signature shirt, as well as the tank tops, and then their leggings. I mean, they
Yep.
retail for over $100. Some of them $200 if it's got a fancy print, and
Yep.
you still sell them for 60, $80 used.
Yeah, my wife loves Lululemon.
I knew
Where did you source this one?
that was one from my personal collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got men's Big Star Jeans 34R Voyage Loose Cut. 30 buckaroos. And were these used or new?
They were used. And actually, in this
Okay.
selling price, this was a discount that I gave to a repeat customer that had bought 3 pairs of Big Stars from me, like within the 2 weeks prior. So the other ones I was selling for 40 to 45. This is a brand that just sells really, really well. Women's as well, but the men's ones for sure. Big Star, BKE, Lucky.
Yeah.
I think I had a little list of the brands.
So Lucky Jeans still sell good on Posh?
They do, especially some of the older ones that have the
Fancy
original
pockets.
what is it, like the clovers on the inside of the pockets, and then the feeling lucky on the zipper fly. Some of the things that aren't on the new ones, those ones sell pretty well. And what was the other one? Oh, and silver jeans, those sell very fast.
Okay. Okay, here's one of mine. Just to show everyone that I do actually sell clothing. I picked this up, at the outlet. These soccer jerseys, they always sell. I paid maybe 50 cents for it. And it sold, not big money, but I'll turn 50 cents into 13 bucks every day of the week if I have a chance to do it. Next we got Lego Ninjago. You guys know I love to sell Legos. I bought this at the clearance at Toys R Us when it was going out of sale or out of business. I think I paid $12 for this one. Next we got what's up?
I love buying Legos, but that's for me because I still like to play with them.
I can't fault you for that because now that my son and daughter are of age, I buy them Legos, and it's mainly for myself.
Yeah, I just picked up the Harry Potter ones a couple weeks ago, so yeah.
Yeah, those are going to be worth
And I
a
don't
ton
have
of money.
to blame it on.
Oh, you don't have you don't have an excuse. So here we have a Mega Man Super Nintendo cartridge. I got this at a garage sale for $5. I couldn't believe it. I got 5 really good ones for $5 a piece, and I don't like to pay $5 for games, but turn $5 into 33 all day, twice on Sunday, as Sasha would say. Here we go, Super Mario Maker for Nintendo Wii. It should go without saying, but literally any game that is Mario, get it. I mean, even if it's Mario Tennis, it's not as good a seller, but grab it. I got this one in a lot. I like to buy console lots, including the console, um, on eBay or Mercari. So usually you get a better deal if you're buying the console and the games. Then you're paying for the console, but the games are just kind of extra. And I don't find many good deals on games online, but that's kind of where I will get my good deals when it's console plus games.
So for consoles, like what systems do you find most often? Is it like can you still find like the original Nintendo or original Super Nintendos, or is it more of the new ones?
Um, it's very rare that I find Super Nintendo or Nintendo out in the wild. I do have places I go to online to find stuff like that. But as far as excuse me, the coffee's not working. As far as running across them in the wild, it's very rare. But I ran across these probably 6 months ago at a garage sale. I was like, holy cow! Um, this next one is a lot of TDK pre-recorded cassette tapes. Now, these things sit at the bottom of the Goodwill outlets, and nobody buys them. These are all recorded on. There's 10 tapes I sold for $26. That's media mail. Um, and not a lot of people pay a second attention to these. Um, and look, $26 all day, twice on Sunday. Okay, that is it for our bread and butter items. All right, let's close out of this. And all right, let's fill a little dead air for me while I go pull up the super sweet sales of the week. Week. You got me? Fill up some dead air, por favor.
Okay, that I can do. Let's see. What were some of my topics that I get questions about all the time?
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. So one thing that I was going to touch on, because I do see this question a lot, and it is questions about listings on Poshmark. And the difference between eBay and Posh are tremendous. So with Poshmark, I would say go and search all of the other people's titles, because putting in all the keywords and filling it up like that, it does not help much on Posh. Putting sizes in the title doesn't really help because the app actually, when people are searching, it automatically filters it to just what your size is, and so you don't need to have the size in the title. So that's one of my tips, as well as make your cover shot creative, put props in it. It's gets annoying sometimes. The white fur rug on the wood floor is like the go-to one, but it works.
Right. Courtney with Bolo Buddies is asking if you have a YouTube channel. I need to connect you two because you would be great for her show.
That would be awesome. And I don't have a YouTube channel. This is my first time on YouTube doing anything live like this. Yeah, I've been having panic attacks all week pretty much. Because
You're doing great. Forget about it.
But no, this was a good way to break the ice, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. So I've been contemplating starting one. So this kind of helped me with. I think it's pushing me towards that direction. So
you can do it. Ask me any questions you want to. When we're done, you can shoot me any texts or questions. Courtney also, I'm gonna hook you up with her. She can answer your questions. Also, Swamp Picker says you're doing great. What up, Swamp Picker? All right, so our next segment is the super sweet sales of the week. All right, we're gonna get our faces out of there for a second and go down here and check out a few super sweet sales of the week. This is a post we do every Sunday where you get to share a sale that made you want to play air guitar. So, and I usually put a little GIF in there, but maybe I was a little too. Oh yes, I did. Okay. So our first one here is from Mr. John Roberts. He found these at a church thrift in Port Orange, which is an hour from where I'm at. Paid $12.50 each, negotiated down from 25. This makes three sold between 150 and 300 bucks. Yeah, I looked at this and thought engine, and it turned out to be a model airplane engine. All day, I'll do that. And he sold another one. So you see my cat here jamming out. So that would make me want to play air guitar too. Are you there? Oh boy.
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Woo. Thought I lost you there for a second.
I'm here.
Next we was Amanda. So she sold these boots. She found them at the Goodwill outlet. I always see boots at the Goodwill outlet, but they always have issues. One day I will find a nice pair of boots at the outlet for nothing. Um, so she paid $6 in Texas. She just moved to Texas a little while ago, and she's loving the Texan sourcing. So $6 into 100 plus shipping all day.
The thing with boots and anything leather is that they might look pretty beat up and, like they aren't going to be worth anything, but they're very easily restorable. I've had some pretty iffy looking pairs that little love and care. And yeah, I've sold them for pretty decent prices.
Are you telling me that I've been passing up on sales?
Possibly, I mean, you do have to take the time to,
Right,
restore
right,
them
right.
and a lot of polishing and all of that stuff, but it is possible. So, especially if it's a really good brand name like Salvatore Ferragamo's or
Right, right.
Disco, some of those that last forever, they're definitely worth getting, even if they are beaten up like crazy, because you can restore them.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind next time I find a cool pair of boots. Here we have Sandy Smith Darden found this for $5 at a bag church sale. Are you flipping kidding me right now?
I saw that and I was so upset that I didn't see her listing because I would have bought that in a heartbeat.
This would not have been sold if I won this.
That's what I said. I was like, I couldn't let that go.
This, I'm speechless. Yeah, no way that's ever getting sold. $5. So that means she stuck this in a bag with other stuff also. So yeah,
Wait to find something awesome like that.
that is bad astrical. All right. Next up we have Grant Tharp, my buddy, my homie, my local buddy. Sold this 1980s Aqua Custom of London tan wool Harrington style bomber jacket. Size small even. Yeah, it's not easy to sell size small. Um, he probably found this at the outlet. We got a couple outlets around here. Uh, for $126. Well done, brother. Party on, Garth. Um, Next we have my homie Michael Shane Freed found this for $11, new in the box. I mean, how does this even make it to the shelves at Goodwill? Are you kidding me right now? $189. New open box. Paid $11. They removed the UPC code, he's telling me. Sold it in a few days. He put shipping in the price. So, okay, so it probably cost them 15, 20 bucks. 15 bucks to ship. Still, okay. This guy, he's a beast. Apparently, I need to move to Indiana because the stuff that he finds in Indiana is redonkulous. Okay, so that's why he gets the kangaroo jamming.
Gargoyles
So
surprisingly is a good place for sourcing. It just maybe not clothes, but anything like electronic stuff like that. It's fabulous here.
Okay, I'm sorry about your phone mishap.
Oh no, no. Actually, I just sent a message. The next day it did sell
Say
for ten
what?
dollars more, and then they paid like within 10 minutes, and I definitely did a happy dance.
What?
Yep. I
Nice.
put it up for another 24-hour auction and it sold for 651 and it is already in the mail and set to arrive on Saturday.
Whew, man,
So,
those phone sales are sketchy, and I hope everything works out for you.
thank you. Hopefully
All
it
right.
should. They had tons of good feedback, so I was checking out every bidder as it was.
Oh, that makes sense. That's
I
good.
maybe had my boyfriend outbid somebody that had all negative comments, like don't let them bid. So we
Gotcha.
drove her out, and then it worked out.
All right, here we have one from Jason Matulin. I think I said that right. Matulin. Um, we have a Harley Davidson graphic tee here. Look at those lightning bolts. He bought this for $1. So he probably
Wow.
got this at Salvation Army or something like that. I mean, $85, $4 to ship. He's $5 into this, so $80 profit. Shazam all day. And one more we got from Tammy Poe. I can't open this because it'll go to another screen. But Tammy Poe said she won this at a huge clean out. She did. It's was like 150 stamps, and she sold this at an auction for $700. So, yeah, how do I get involved in those clean outs? You know? So, yes, and that is it for our super sweet sales of the week. Week. What is Courtney says? Oh, yes, he's talking about Mike. Mikey was on Courtney's show. So, I think we are getting near the end, and you're doing good, girl. You're doing awesome.
Thank you.
Um, let me do a little thing about Sizely. So size.ly, and I'm surprised you don't know about this, um, Alexa. You need to definitely go check this out. So we got a 20% discount code for Sizely or size.ly, and Sizely is a really cool addition for clothes sellers or accessory sellers. What you do is it's all about, you guessed it, measurements. So there's like 150 templates. So if I have a t-shirt, I go and find the t-shirt template and I put in all the measurements, and it spits out a picture of the t-shirt, well, like a white and black picture of the t-shirt with all the dimensions in it, like inches. And really cool thing is that it does centimeters too for your overseas buyers.
Nice.
And I'll definitely check that out. There is a free version which I definitely recommend to everybody. You get, I think, 30 templates a month. So if you want to just try it out, say you got, I wouldn't use my template on like a $10-15 shirt. But if you find a Lululemon or a Lululemon, well, I keep saying Lululemon. Well, Pokemon, no, Lululemon. If you find a Lululemon shirt, I would use this as one of your pictures in your description, and it gives you that professional touch to your listings. Um, and it also can save you on returns because you got all the dimensions in there. I know for Poshmark sellers that might not be as needed because there are no returns.
Actually, though, if
Well,
it
there is returns, but
not having measurements is the one thing that can get you have where they can open a case and have it returned. That's something I was going to touch on. I put measurements on every listing. It it saves so much time. People are going to ask at some point. You don't want to pull it out of inventory and then have to measure it. It just sometimes people, if there aren't measurements, they're not going to ask. They're just going to move on to the next listing that has them.
okay.
So I highly recommend putting measurements for everything just to protect yourself.
Yes.
Kind of the photos, every angle of the item, the bottom of the shoes, the toes. I mean,
Right.
cover every part of it and measurements.
So I want you to think of Sizely as like an insurance policy almost. It's going to cut down on your returns and it's going to give the buyer a sense of professionalism. And you definitely need to check it out. There's a free plan which gives you 30 templates. Okay, and there's also I think the starter plan is like $10 a month, which would be $8 a month with the 20% discount code. I'm an idiot. I haven't put that in the unit yet for our discount codes, but tomorrow I will have the Sizely discount code in TCR. Okay, cool. Thank you, Swamp Picker. Sorry, my little sidetrack there. I'm going to put it in the discount, the units with our discount codes. We also have a discount code for the shipping, Bubble Fast. But I'm really excited about the Sizely app. I got the year subscription and I got my 20% off of that. And it's given me motivation to start selling more clothes and get into clothes. I have avoided clothing like the plague because it ain't my thing. I know music, but I also know that if I want to become a successful reseller or a complete reseller, like the group slogan, I know that I need to expand. And now that doesn't. Not everyone has to expand. Becky Dick, we're not talking about you, the jewelry queen, and we're not talking about you, Chris Brown, the car parts guy. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, 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 and I know what you're doing right now. But everybody else, you need to expand if you want to become the complete reseller.
Completely
So,
true. I sold strictly clothing for the longest time, but that's why I branched into eBay because it just, I mean, clothes might not sell, but then I've got electronics selling like crazy,
yep.
or it
At,
just, you
add
got
to your bottom line. At the end of the day, it's all about adding to that bottom line. And now I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It's been my pleasure to have our guest, Alexa Adams. She did a great job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Thanks for everyone for joining in. I want you to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, get those notifications, and we are out. Oh, wait a minute. What? Come on in here. Say goodbye, kids. Vamos, niños.
Bye.
Come on, come on, come on.
Bye.
Everybody wants to go to sleep.
Bye.
Say goodnight, people.
What time is it?
Don't forget to like and subscribe, my
Don't
kids.
forget to
The
like and subscribe to
they
the
can't
Buffett
hear
Boss
you.
and also like and
Raspberry
subscribe to
Fashion
my-
Girl and the Quack Boss. Go over, subscribe to my little babies. Subscribe my little babies. Peace. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Alexa. Also,
Thank you, Mr. Boss.
have a good one.
No.